Good evening. I'm Nancy Ford, President of Memphis Chapter of BDPA, and this is Computing Show. Tonight, in honor of African American History Month, we want to talk about cultural diversity and technology. And my guests are Mr. Ron Hurd II, who is an archivist, and his mother, Ms. Callie Hurd, who is an educational visionary who uses technology as a tool. So, Ron, what is an archivist?
First of all, I'd like to say thanks for having both of us on the show this evening.
Welcome.
And archivist is basically an artist who's also an activist who uses their talents to promote a certain social idea or to make social statements.
Okay, so what kinds of social ideas and statements are you promoting, and how is technology helping you with that?
Well, basically what technology does is it gives me the platform that, normally you go through certain social chat rooms or anything like that on the internet, or you send out emails. Maybe I might scan a picture of mine and send out to some friends, like a political cartoon that I did.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. So how is this helping you to promote awareness about the achievements of African Americans? How is the technology helping you with that?
Because so many of our young people, so many of us have made computers, especially the internet and email, such an integral part of our lives. So it's easy to reach a lot of people at one time, where back in the day, you might have to call some people or go to a church every Sunday. I don't go to church that much, so things of that nature to talk to people.
Okay, that's very interesting. Are there any facts about Memphis, in terms of the history of blacks in Memphis that, maybe we don't know, some kind of obscure things that you have been able to dig up?
Well, it's interesting talking to old folks. I mean, old folks and kids got a lot of things to say. One thing I would tell people that people don't know that Aretha Franklin was born in Memphis.
Oh.
They know they claim Detroit, but she was born in Memphis. Richard Wright used to be a postal worker in South Memphis. He used to be the mailman in South Memphis. The famous novelist, Louis Armstrong's second wife, Nell Hottie Armstrong, she came from Memphis too. Yeah, she was a good old girl. She the one that helped him with his career in Chicago. Robert Church brought the city charter back in the 1880s, when he issued the first city bond after the yellow fever epidemic. Ida B. Wells Barnett was a Memphis City School teacher back in the day in the 1880s and early 1890s.
So Memphis has had a lot of famous people come out of here that actually, once they get out of here, they drop the Memphis.
Right, they stay out. They don't drop, they stay out.
Yeah. So how has Memphis helped you in the promotion of your art? Because you said you're an artist.
Oh yeah, it's like so much. Like I said, we talk about the history. It's such a culturally rich city, even though we don't sometimes, embrace it. And there's so many things that get overlooked, and so many resources. Like in the people that you talk to, everyday people got so many stories to tell. We are kind of like novels waiting to be written. So I'm very inspired by the people here.
So you go around and basically listen to stories.
For the most part, yeah. I love stories. I love telling stories as well.
Well, that's interesting, because I was thinking that your mother is a blogger, and actually not just a blogger, because a blogger is anybody who kind of puts something out there, but she actually provides the infrastructure for blogging, and that's kind of the modern day storytelling, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Can you tell us what a blog is?
Normally when people do blogs or think about blogs, they think about a personal diary, something you want to tell somebody so they can kind of know about you. But what I thought when I did my blog, I wanted to give information out that would help kids to get ready for college. So I tried to figure out ways to try to bring them to me, not just give them the normal story, but give them a creative story and make them say, oh, I want it more. So that's the way I utilize mine.
So that storytelling thing, we've gone from the sitting down at the bottom of the rocking chair to blogging now. We've come a long way, baby, huh?
Yeah.
So you say you're trying to put it out there so that they will want it and come to you. What is it that you're doing to attract these students, to make them want to come to your blog?
What happens is a lot of times kids do not know how to use the internet, or when they see words on the internet that are normally links or whatever, they think it's just reading words. So I try to highlight it or put enough information, like if it's an application or whatever they need, to have it just there waiting on them instead of they have to go through 30 more layers to get to it. So So I try to make it more user-friendly.
Okay. Okay, so what could I look for to find this blog? Because this is a way to help kids get to college, is that correct?
Yes.
So what is the name of your blog?
Planning and preparing for college.
Planning and preparing for college.
Scholarships, internships, and etc.
Okay, that scholarships, internships, and etc. That could be very helpful. I understand that her blog too.
Oh yes, I was a willing guinea pig for the whole process.
A willing guinea pig.
Before she even had the blog. I try to be humorous, like one thing Rich Price said. One thing we have in common in human beings, two things, is humor and hatred.
Well, let's try to get rid of the second.
Yeah, that's right. But I was like, when I was in high school trying to look for scholarships, my mom was very helpful as far as being a motivational coach, as well as give me on the right direction and geared toward it. And she always was open for scholarship opportunities. She was always there, encouraged me to apply for these opportunities. So I ended up getting like close to $500,000 worth of scholarship offers when I was in school. And my sister got the same, and we got basically $1 million worth of scholarships between us.
Well, that's pretty good. That would be enough to make me look for your blog. So your mother has introduced you to technology and made you technologically savvy, as they say. So I understand you also have an internet radio program. So now tell me, how do you do an internet? Is this internet only radio program?
It's internet only, but you can reach so many people at one time online, and everything is archived. So what I do is basically I use my cell phone to log into my account, and my computer becomes my switchboard. So I can play songs, I can upload songs, whatever, play clips from the news, and actually call people, conference call people in and talk about different things.
So you're at internet radio program. I am just kind of stuck on that. What are the benefits of having an internet radio program?
Basically, the ability to promote your product, your ideas, to find people to connect with, because there's strength in numbers, the opportunity, because the technology have made the world so much smaller than it was previously. So I got a chance, for example, today I got an email from Anita Hill, from Clarence Thomas fame, and trying to get on my show. And she respectfully declined, but also by me, I was one of the first bloggers, internet radio personalities to actually put them on talk about the Agenda 6 back in the summer of last year.
Okay. So that is another way that we're using technology now to tell stories and do the things that we used to do mouth to mouth, and I guess it just moves a lot more quickly.
All right. Yes, it does.
So, and you're an author as well?
Oh, yeah. I call myself, I'm a hack job, but you call it that. More of an artist than an author.
More of an artist. So, how do you think technology can empower African American youth? Because I understand you're a historian, and you like to focus on African American history.
Well, it's so important because, I guess, normally back in the day, I talked to Dr. John Hope Franklin last year on my show, and he was saying how he had to write his famous book, From Slavery to Freedom. He had to go to the Library of Congress. Well, now the Library of Congress is online, so you don't have to make that trip to D.C. It's right at your fingertips in the comfort of your home. So I think that a lot take advantage of those type of opportunities because we don't have, first of all, an agenda or a clear working plan. Because they say, well, plan to work and work to plan. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't have that as a people.
Okay, so now in terms of the Library of Congress, what is it about the Library of Congress that is important for an author?
It stores a lot of the nation's history and memory, a lot of not so well known things as well. Cause I figure sometimes when you're doing a research paper, the thing that gets your attention the most are not necessarily the things that you discover about your own subject matter, but the things you discover along the road. Yeah. Somebody once told me, enjoy the journey more than destination.
Yes. I've heard that. I've heard that a lot. So, some of the things that you've come across, like you said, and sometimes you start out studying about one thing and you find out about another thing. You've come across some kind of obscure personalities, is that correct, in your studies? Oh, definitely.
My first book was James Reese Europe. He was the first black man to organize a black musician union in this country back in the early 1900s. One of the first black people to ever record a record. The first black man to play Carnegie Hall. The first black man to lead troops in the battle during World War I. And the first black person to ever given a public funeral in New York City history back in 1919. Over 1 million people showed up.
And I've never heard of it.
Right. Well, let's think about he was one of the most revered personalities at the time.
And you've come across some information about Elmwood Cemetery as well, which is,
definitely,
which is much more famous than I thought it was when I saw it.
It is definitely famous. It's like if you go to there, they won't tell you directly, but I kind of figured out, I said, wow, the famous black people buried together. Oh, okay, we were segregated, but they won't tell you that because they kind of like a PC thing. But the thing about it is, you got the church family buried there. You got the Walkers. You got Sister Bowman, who just passed away recently. You got Jimmy Lunsford, one of the most important swing band leaders of his generation. You got so many people there. But an important part of the cemetery to me is this spot where they have a market in the place in honor of the several hundred slaves that were buried there. If you go there, it's such an emotional intensity to it. It's like when I look at these people that have been lost to history, I stand on these people's shoulders. I stand on their corpse, and I can be where I want to be. So it's so inspiring for me to be at that spot at that time, to see those things.
And then to think, too, that we've come from a point of slavery to the internet.
Right.
It's just, it's mind-blowing. It really is. What do you think we can do to get African Americans more involved in technology?
I think one thing is each one teach one. Everybody must become his or her brother's keepers or sister keepers. Not only look out for yourself, but look out for other people. Like they say, JFK said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And people, Barack said, people think he's the change, but ask not what Barack Obama or anybody else can do for you, but what can do for us. And I think it's important that if you see somebody struggling, you take that chance, like Dr. King said, to stop on Jericho Road and help that person out and take that chance.
So now, in terms of computers and having computers, many African Americans don't have computers in their homes. Suppose they want to use a computer and they don't have one in their home. Are there any resources that...
the public library.
The public library.
Information is free.
Yes,
but freedom ain't.
So we really have no excuse.
No excuse, no ma'am.
So now, in terms of your book, how did technology help you publish your book?
Well,
I
self-published the book, and I was able to find the publishers online, print on demand people online, and I was able to promote the book as well online. I found some people that took an interest in the book. They saw a lot of artistic as well as historical and informational value in the book, and it made some very positive, with the book, and I was able to connect to an audience, and sell it online as well.
So now you say self-publish. What's involved in self-publishing?
I produced the product, and basically I found somebody to help me print the product, to put it in a package, and they also help out with distribution.
Okay. So what are some of your future goals in terms of technology to teach African Americans about their history?
Frederick Douglass once said one thing. He said, it's easier to raise strong children than it is to repair broken men. So I'm going to use technology and focus on the kids, but what I'm going to do, also focus on the other neglected group, the older generation, the old folks, because they got so much knowledge. Get that knowledge from them, extract it like you extract it like syrup from a tree, and preserve it some type of way, and have it presented in a way to the kids through technology so they can grasp it.
Yeah, because I remember, because I'm one of those old folks now, so I don't know, I might present that statement. But I remember when I was young, there were things I just really didn't care about. I didn't want to know about it. But then as I matured, I wanted that information, but it was gone because the people who had the information had left. And I didn't get it from them because I didn't want it then, and by the time I wanted it. So preserving it is really a good idea. So what inspired you? Who or what inspired you to begin using technology so much?
This woman right here. My mom, she really inspired me. I remember when I was in school, I'm kind of old myself, so when I was in school, in high school, we didn't really, a lot of us wasn't really computer literate, and that wasn't that long ago. But my mom used to fly out to Washington University while I went to school in St. Louis, and take the weekends on her, airplane time to teach me how to use the internet and how to type my papers using Microsoft Word of that nature. Then I started, finding out about the wonders of the internet. I'm a bibliophile like yourself, reading a lot of stuff on the internet, start connecting things together. I've been hooked ever since. Okay, well, we're going to come back after these messages, and we'll talk to Callie a little bit about her technology usage.
Hi, I'm Cindy Cindy. This is the Comcast call center where our phones have been ringing off the hook, with folks ready to sign up for Comcast digital voice telephone service for only $24.95 a month. We realize it's an unbelievable offer. That's why I've hooked myself up to this polygraph. Yes, that's correct. Comcast digital voice, $24.95 a month. And that's the truth.
Call Comcast today.
What do you get when you sign up for Comcast Digital Voice? Unlimited local and long distance, and a whole lot more. Enjoy 12 popular calling features, plus voicemail, all extra charge. Even keep your current phone number. Plus, add Comcast high-speed internet with Power Boost and save even more. Call now and add both services for just $49.90 per month for 6 months with your Comcast digital cable service. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Some high-speed internet services say they're fast, but only one really backs it up. Comcast high-speed internet. It's way faster than DSL. And Comcast now with Power Boost makes fast even faster with download speeds of up to 12 megs. And for a limited time, you can get it for just $19.95 a month for 6 months. This deal is going fast, so call 259-1400 and get Comcast high-speed internet for as low as $19.95 a month for 6 months.
Get ready to move fast and save big with this great offer. Hurry and call now to get Comcast high-speed internet for just $19.95 a month for 6 months. Now with Power Boost, an added burst of speed of up to 12 megs, so you can download, stream live video, send video email, and more faster at no additional charge. Comcast high-speed internet, just $19.95 a month for 6 months. Hurry, call today for this great offer.
Welcome back to the Business Computing Show, and my guests for this show are Ron and Callie Hurd. And Ron is an archivist, and Callie is a blogger. So we want to talk about your blog a little bit, you know, especially since it's so educationally based. And you told us a little bit about why you created the blog. So who is the target audience for your blog?
It's mostly parents, high school, undergrad, and grad students.
Okay, so tell us again what the purpose of the blog is and what your motivation was for creating that blog.
The purpose was to become a portal for anybody that needed to get any information in an easy manner. Because when I was going to school, you know, a lot of times it was the choice, the pick person. If you weren't the pick person or you wasn't in the in crowd, you didn't get the information. So I said, if I had to do it over again, I would want my information to be open to anybody. I don't think that one side should get it or one side should not. So I started out doing programs to help African American students prepare for college. So I said, what better way to get away from people? Because he encouraged me to. He said, Mama, are you going to become the email queen and say I'm the email person, or you want to be in technology where you can say that's my blog? So I went, that's my blog route.
Okay, so now you say students and parents are the target audience of your blog, and it's for college scholarships, to help people find college scholarships. Is that for adults as well?
Yeah,
for adults who may want to go back?
Yeah, because a lot of times when people see scholarships, they think it's only for that 18 to 21-year-old. The word undergrad didn't say it had an age to it. So a lot of times we overlook it and say, oh, it's not for me. And now it's right now it's a big push to get non-traditional students. That means people that normally wouldn't have not went are now coming back. So there are additional scholarships for them. But the scholarships are for, you know, anybody. Like I say, it could be a grad student looking for a fellowship, looking for an internship, looking for research work. So what I did was I analyzed, because I'm a programmer by nature, I tried to analyze my audience to give them what they needed. And I tried to also look at the ones who really didn't know the internet. So a lot of stuff is out there more than normal because my overall group percentage is more people who don't know how to use the internet.
Okay, so your blog is very user-friendly.
Yeah.
So I don't have to know a lot about computers. I just need to be able to get on the computer, find your blog. And you said the name of your blog again is?
Planning and Preparing for College.
Planning and Preparing for College.
Scholarship, internships, etc.
Scholarships, internships. And so if I do a search for Planning and Preparing for College, would that be enough for it to kind of pop up?
I'm proud to say that Google has me as one of their top searches, so it would be in the top. Because I did one and I was in the 200 million, and I was on the first top 10 page. First top 10.
Okay, well then I could find it. And then planning and preparing for college scholarships. That's probably about all I put in there. What type of attention has your blog received?
I have gotten a lot of attention. I don't know if you know who Stanley Crouch is. He's a writer for the New York Daily News, right?
Cultural critic, yeah.
And he wrote about it because he was impressed at the way I was trying to get the word out. I've been placed on a lot of national blogs. I've been put on the top 10 of some. My first year, I got selected as single parent, best site for single parents by the Black Web Awards. And currently, I also got another award from the Tool Enterprises, somebody like that. And also, AM Report has made me 7 times best site of the week.
That's very, very impressive.
Okay.
Very impressive. How do you get the information that you put on your blog? Where do you get it from?
I have, my main source is God. Because I'm a programmer and I can analyze, I have a statistical data sheet that I get to see people coming into my blog. So as I see them come into it, I can research where they're coming from. So God says, this is it, and this is it. And I've been blessed that people from all over the country has added me, or they give me information.
Oh, okay. So people send you information as they come across it. Okay. So are you involved in any other types of programs for students and parents?
I'm on the board of directors of Memphis Challenge. I was a past parent advisory member of Youth United Way. And I also am the founder of I Am Inspiring Motivation.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. What is Memphis Challenge?
It's a group that's founded by Pitt Howard. And what he wanted to do was to give back to African American students in hope that when they went to college, that when they came back, or maybe later on in their life, they came back and planted roots in Memphis by using their expertise.
And how effective is that program?
I think it's pretty good.
Okay. And want to tell me a little bit about I Am?
I Am is my vision. Because I noticed that a lot of times, I put a lot of essays or stories on my blog, like My Deepest Fear, or The Man Who Think He Can, because I noticed that a lot of times people have self-esteem problems. So what I want to do is lift them up, to let them know that it's all right to come from the ghetto, or you not have any money, because you can be just as good as the person you see on TV. So it's kind of motivating those who don't, to let them see they can.
Okay, what type of feedback have you received from parents and students about your blog?
Oh, I have got some great ones, because sometimes parents tell me through other people, because a lot of times I hear it through other people. They'll say, oh, my child, once they get to your blog, they can't get off. They'll spend hours and hours. And then also I'm blessed that other organizations, they take it on to teach their kids.
Okay, and so I take it that you feel your blog is achieving its purpose?
Yes. I do.
Okay. So, Ron, you must be very proud of your mom.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her, because, like, Dr. King said, you got to take that first step in faith. You can't see what's out underneath you, but if you take the first step in faith, doors between are open for you. The universe tend to respond to your energy, whatever you put out there. I think she's a very thoughtful person. If you talk to anybody, they know, they just got nothing but high praise for her. Wherever I go, people say, how your mom doing? Tell her I said hello, and tell her to hold on and keep the faith, like Sam Cooke used to say.
And then I imagine that sentiment is reciprocal. You must be pretty proud of Ron as well, following in your footsteps in some ways, and in other ways actually doing what most of us want our children to do, is to go a little beyond where we went.
That's true. He is. I'm proud of him.
So, Ron, all of these things that you do in terms of the African American history, can you run some of that down for me again? What you do technologically to preserve and present African American history?
Well, I know we spoke about the Library of Congress earlier. I kind of look at my radio show, my internet radio show, as the archives of the people that are forgotten about, the marginalized, being active in historical things like the genocides. Actually, like when Dr. John Hope Franklin was down, he said, just don't be a historian and report about it. be active in changing the course of history. So I see myself as an active participant in changing the course of history, having a reflection on people's minds, having an influence on that, and resurrecting things that we have lost or left behind. Because there's some cultural tradition, African tradition is always looking back towards the past to bring out things that could motivate us and inspire us for the future. Always looking back, always looking ahead at the same time.
So it's okay to look back as long as we don't stay back there.
Right, it's always it's so important.
So tell me the name of the radio program again, your internet radio program. What is the name of it?
It's called The Artivist Presents We All Be Radio. And
The Artivist Presents
We All Be Radio.
We All Be Radio.
That's right.
Well, I think The Artivist Presents will have to be enough for me. If I can't find it with that, then I don't know that I'll remember the rest of it, because, I'm one of them old people.
Oh, yeah. Only old as you feel,
And I feel great.
That's right.
But I'm glad to be old.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I like the alternative. So between the two of you, you all have taken fairly well sewn up in terms of what you're doing to assist the African American community.
All right.
Yes.
With scholarships and because coming from a historical standpoint, where we used to do the storytelling, now we're still doing the storytelling, but we're doing it in an electronic way,
right,
reaching the masses.
That's right.
How many people, Callie, a week do you think log onto your blog?
This is what's happening. Okay. Because some people are still into the email stage, I have a subscribe form, and also I have an email list of 600 people. A lot of my stuff is going through email still, but on the average, I've been picking up and doing about 5,000 a month.
5,000 people a month?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
That's lately now. It's just picking up.
And quickly, Ron, about how many to your radio program?
About 1,000 a week.
About 1,000 a week. That's great. So we have, tell me again the name of your blog.
Planning and preparing for college, scholarships, internships, etc.
Planning and preparing for college. And if people want more information about any of this, they can call me at 901-508-3003, and I will get them in touch with the two of you, because I think what you're doing is absolutely great. So I want to thank you for being my guest on this program, Ron, the artivist.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
And Callie, the educational visionary. I'm just so glad to have spoken with you, and I've learned some things, and I'm going to be logging onto your blog because I want my master's and I don't want to pay for it.
I know, that's
so
right.
You probably have some information out there that will be helpful for me. So, and until the next time, I'm Nancy Ford, President of BDPA, and this has been the Business Computing Show. Thank you for joining us. So I want to thank you guys for being on, and we're just going to chat.
What do you get when you sign up for Comcast Digital Voice? Unlimited local and long distance, and a whole lot more. Enjoy 12 popular calling features, plus voicemail, all at no extra charge. Even keep your current phone number. Plus, add Comcast high-speed internet with Power Boost and save even more. Call now and add both services for just $49.90 per month for 6 months with your Comcast digital cable service. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Some high-speed internet services say they're fast, but only one really backs it up. Comcast high-speed internet. It's way faster than DSL. And Comcast now with Power Boost makes fast even faster with download speeds of up to 12. And for a limited time, you can get it for just $19.95 a month for 6 months. This deal's going fast, so call 259-1400 and get Comcast high-speed internet for as low as $19.95 a month for 6 months.
Thank you.